Hello, I'm Carl from Nelson-Rigg, and today I want to introduce you to the Trails End Adventure Saddlebags. 2 years ago, when we launched our Hurricane Adventure Saddlebags, you guys asked for a textile version made out of our UltraMax material, and today we've come through. These saddlebags made out of our UltraMax material are extremely abrasion resistant. They're also very UV resistant as well. They're not going to fade, and they're going to look this great for the duration of your ownership. Now, this robust UltraMax material is water resistant, extremely water resistant. If you're riding through a rainstorm, you're probably not going to have any situations at all. But they're not waterproof. If you let the bag sit outside overnight or for a long duration inside the rain, you can get water inside the bag. Now, these saddlebags come with a 100% waterproof liner on the inside. You can use that liner two different ways. You can roll the top down and connect it like a traditional dry bag, or you can actually secure it to the hook and loop around the top edge of the bag. This gives you unobstructed access when getting into the bag quickly. Your 3 quick release buckles open and you're in. And then you roll it down 3 half turns and you're 100% waterproof. Now, while this waterproof liner was developed to be used with the saddlebags, you can also use it as a standalone carry bag that is 100% waterproof for wherever the journey takes you. Now, 3 of the big changes that we've made for the Trails End saddlebags that have been an upgrade from the Hurricane is the fact that we've removed the bottle pocket from the side of the bag. We've done this because we wanted to give you the opportunity to use MOLLE at either end of the bag. Now, you might be thinking you really like that bottle pocket option, but we've included the bottle pocket here at the bottom. It's actually sewn to the base of the bag. But in this pocket, we actually have 3 MSR fuel bottles. This actually increases the carrying capacity of the amount of fuel that you're able to use with the Hurricane by 2/3. Now, on the back of the bag, you're going to notice a padded back pad. It is held on with hook and loop, and it is replaceable. Now, this back pad is going to be the buffer or the barrier between your saddlebag and your motorcycle. It's going to keep any of the hard parts on your motorcycle from rubbing through the back of the bag and actually damaging the bag itself. And as with all of the other Nelson-Rigg and RIGG Gear products, these bags are covered by our lifetime warranty. When it comes to attachment of these saddlebags onto your motorcycle, they are a traditional throw-over saddlebag. You're going to have 2 straps to go up and over the seat or the tail section of your motorcycle. The second way that you can attach these saddlebags to your motorcycle is by utilizing our quick release plate. This quick release plate came out last year. It literally takes seconds to get these throw-over saddlebags on and off your motorcycle utilizing the plate. We'll show you more of that during the installation process. Now, the traditional Hurricane Adventure saddlebags hold about 50 liters of gear, but with the addition of our 8-liter rig packs down here on the bottom of the bags, we have nearly 72 liters of storage. Now, if that 72 liters of storage just isn't quite enough for you, you can add one of our Trails End rig packs or our Hurricane rig packs if you want a waterproof option to either the front or the back of your saddlebag. The Hurricane version is going to give you an additional 5 liters per bag that you attach, and the Trails End version is going to give you about 8 liters of storage per bag that you attach. These rig packs, either Hurricane or Trails End, are great additions for those of you looking to travel the distance, looking to take lots of gear with you out there on the road. And if you'd like even more storage, we have D-rings and loops up here at the top that allow you to attach our 10-liter roll bag right here to the top of the bag. The roll bag has anti-migration loops, and these D-rings and loops right here allow those roll bags to sit perfectly on top with 0 movement as you are traversing hardcore terrain. Now, a feature that I enjoy from all of the Nelson-Rigg and RIGG Gear Adventure products that we have out there is the high visibility reflective strips we put on these saddlebags. Now, you've got reflective strips on both the front and the back, so this is going to catch headlights coming and going and allow you to be extremely visible while out there on the trail. Now, if you attach a rig pack over the top of these MOLLE panels, traditionally you would lose that strip. But we have actually included that strip on the bottom of the rig packs so that you still have that perfect nighttime or low light visibility. Now that we've covered the features and benefits of these Trails End Adventure saddlebags, let's show you just how easy they are to install onto your motorcycle. The first thing you're going to notice is 2 saddlebag stiffeners. These are our internal stiffeners that allow our saddlebags to hold their shape even when empty. Now, you can choose to run this in the bags and have that pristine look all the time, Or if you would like to squish the bags against the motorcycle, you can actually fold these in thirds and collapse the bag to the bike. We'll show you that in real time here in just a bit. So 2 internal stiffeners. Those are going to slide down on the inside of the bag. We have 2 throwover straps. Now these throwover straps are extremely important. Whether you're running a quick release setup like our quick release plates, you're still going to use these throwover straps. These throwover straps hold 90% of the saddlebag's weight. And then the front straps, one in each corner, hold the bag to the bike. So very different reasons for the straps. So if you're running these bags, you need to use the throwover straps. They're shipped with all of the buckles connected. So you're going to make sure you undo all of the buckles. Now, of course, you have to undo these quick release buckles in order to get into the bag. But you're going to also want to release these RIGG strap buckles here as well. And the next step is going to be to expand the bag, and with those attached, you're not going to be able to expand it all the way. Looking on the inside of the bag here, we've got a bunch of hook and loop here on the inside that holds our waterproof liner in place. Now we're going to jump down to the floor and I'm going to show you how to get this stiffener installed into the saddlebag. Now down inside the bag here, you're going to notice 2 things of interest. The first is going to be the flap here at the end. This is what our tail is going to tuck up into. And then there's 2 black straps down there at the very base of the bag. It's those 2 straps that we want to run the stiffener down and through, where they're going to create a W in the center and tuck our sides in. So what I've done here is I've taken that internal stiffener and I've run it down one side underneath each of the retainer straps in each of the corners, and I've then pushed that up into the retaining pocket at the very top side of the saddlebag over here. Now what I've done is I've made a W in the bottom of the bag here. That W is going to allow us to be able to snake this side over here up inside that retention pocket, push down on that W in the center, and that's going to securely mount our internal stiffener. Stiffener installed, I'm now going to roll down the top of my bag and make this top connection here. I'm going to do that so that the bag itself is going to hold its shape and be a little bit less wieldy as I'm getting it onto the motorcycle. Next step is we're going to bring our other bag over here, and what we're going to do now is thread our throwover strap through the other side saddlebag. Now we can take the bags onto the motorcycle and adjust. Moving on over to the motorcycle, we're going to take our saddlebags and set them over the pannier racks on the bike. Now that is imperative. Your motorcycle needs to have external pannier racks in order to run these saddlebags. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and align them with the actual hoops of the motorcycle so I can see just exactly where I want them. Now you're going to notice that there is a lot of extra strapping when it comes to the throwover straps of these saddlebags. We do that on purpose. Some of the racks that you guys are running are extremely wide. Some of those setups require you to go up and over a pillion seat. For those applications, you need to have extra webbing. Now inside our kit, you're going to notice that we have 2 of these what I call figure 8 buckles here. These figure 8 buckles are what you would run your excess webbing through, up one side and down the other. Now these figure 8 straps run like this are a perfect way to make sure that your bags never change position when you're out there on the trail bouncing around. Now once you get this setup dialed in, again, you can trim this with scissors, burn the ends, and that's your particular setup. Now, if you'd like to eliminate this figure 8 buckle, over the course of testing over the last several years, I've actually found a method that I actually prefer just a little bit better. Makes the bags a little bit easier to get on and off, and provides the same amount of security. Is the double layer of material actually keeps the tension lock buckle perfectly installed. So what I like to do is I like to take my web strap, I'm going to fold it over itself, I'm then going to throw that through the tension lock buckle. With that double layer of webbing pulled through the tension lock buckle, I actually now have a finger hold here that I can use to shore up my bags whenever I need to get a little bit more tension on them. I can again clip this off and sear it down, and that's going to eliminate this one extra piece in the web strapping. Now this is just a secondary way to do things if you often take your saddlebags on and off your motorcycle. If you're a set it and forget it kind of guy, the figure 8s work perfectly. Now that we have the saddlebag height completely dialed in and we're sitting perfectly over each of our hoops, we're going to release each of these RIGG straps, wrap them around the rack, and secure them back to the front of the motorcycle. Now, when routing these straps around the pannier rack, I've noticed a couple things over the years. A lot of people want to take these straps, go back behind the rack, and then come forward. But what that tends to do is it tends to bunch this pad up here and kind of squish it. So what I've learned to do is you take the pad is now protecting your back of your saddlebags from your actual pannier rack itself. You're actually going to wrap around the outside of that pad, and then you're going to bring your strap forward. What that's going to do is that's going to allow this pad to wrap around the frame of the motorcycle instead of causing a bunch right up there at that intersection. Now, after coming around the pannier rack right here, you can choose whether you go to the top or to the bottom. A lot of times on this lower one, I like to go to the top, and that allows this strap to stay a little bit higher and not be down by that reflective. And I do the opposite here on the top strap most of the time. Kind of puts that strap in that perfect location to come around to the front for this G-hook installation. With all four of our straps run around the rack, now what we need to do is make sure that they are nice and tight. Once you have the bag nice and secure, you're going to take each of the straps, roll them back on each other, and tuck them into the elastic strap keepers. Now, it is possible to run this G-hook here, either here at the front of the bag or around the side of the bag. I personally like to put them here on the front for two different reasons. The first is I still have access to the MOLLE panels on both sides of the bag. And the other reason I like to come to the front of the bag is so that when I'm pulling these straps tight, these hooks are pulling all of my gear closer to the back of the rack instead of having a bulging front. That can happen if you don't have the hooks secured around here to the front. Before we go riding away with these saddlebags, you want to make sure that that bottom pocket is rolled up nice and secure here at the top, and we've connected our quick release buckles, and we've tucked away our excess strap into our elastic strap keepers. Now, some of you might ask, which way should you run that lower pocket, opening toward the rider or opening towards the rear of the motorcycle? It can be run either direction. Whether you choose to stand in front of your motorcycle to access the bag or whether you choose to stand at the back, that's totally up to your own personal preference. Now, the final piece of installation is going to be this top strap right here. The tighter that you pull this top strap, the closer that the contents of this bag, if you have contents in there, are going to sit to the bottom of the bag. The other thing that we can do is we can take this top strap and we can run it back around the top bar here of the pannier rack. What that's going to do is give one more solid point of contact to the rack. Again, the tighter that we pull this top strap, the tighter the bottom of the bag is going to be pulled in, and the closer that the front of the bag is going to sit to the top of your pannier rack. Now, the addition of this bottom pocket to both of the Trails and Saddlebags has really expanded the capacity of these bags, almost 7 liters per side. So here we can fit a lot of goods. We can do a tool roll and a bottle of fuel. We can do 2 full-size Naglean bottles side by side, or we can run 3 fuel bottles all at the same time at the bottom of the saddlebags. Once you get your gear loaded into this bag, we're going to go ahead and roll this closed at least 3 half turns, but basically you're going to bottom it out so that there's no more room for this flap to roll up any further, and then make your connection. So mounting the rig pack to the MOLLE webbing here on the saddlebags, we're going to hold up our rig pack and take a look at exactly where we're going to want this pack to sit over here on the bags. For this particular application, I'm going to go ahead and remove these MOLLE strips all the way out the top, and I'm going to start the installation by going down and over our crossover strap right here. So with every single strap that we go through or around, we're going to want to pull these bottom pieces nice and tight. Now that we're through there, we're going to go through our first level of MOLLE stripping here on the back of this bag, and we're going to pull tight. That's going to bring the bag up into position. We're now going to go through the next row of webbing here on the saddlebag. Again, this process is a little bit tedious, but once you get this bag mounted, it's kind of a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's going to be super secure and you're not going to have to move it. Okay, pull those down nice and tight. Now we're going to go through our rig pack with both of our straps. Pull those nice and tight. We're now going to go back through our saddlebag. Pull those nice and tight. Now we're going to come back through our rig pack. Pull those nice and tight, and we're going to go back through our saddlebag. We're going to pull those nice and tight, and we're going to secure our snaps to the back of the rig pack. Now that we have our rig pack securely installed onto our saddlebag, we can go ahead and open it up. You can start by doing a full Nagleen bottle, another liter of life water, and I believe that we can actually fit a second liter in there. Now once we're full, we're going to go ahead and roll our top down, make our connections, and we're ready to roll. And there is yet one more way to mount our Trails End saddlebags to your motorcycle, and that's going to be using our quick release plate. Now here you're going to notice our same throwover straps are coming through the plate, through the bottom here, and that's what's holding the lion's share of weight of these bags on these plates. We then have our 4 straps that go around the bar, or in this case the plate, and we have a quick release mechanism up here at the top. Now the neat part about our quick release plates is the fact that getting these bags on and off your motorcycle or swapping bags from one side to the other are just as quick and simple as lifting this knob and removing or attaching these bags to your motorcycle. And there you have it, folks. Those there are the finer details of the Trails End Adventure saddlebags from Nelson-Rigg and the RIGG Gear line. If you have any questions about these Trails End Adventure saddlebags or any of the other accessories or products in this lineup, please leave a comment down below or contact our customer service. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you have about how these bags work on your machine. I'm Kyle. Thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. Until next time, take care and ride safe out there.